When it comes to playmats for your Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and other trading card games, the space you place your cards must be without a trace of dust and dirt, or your inevitably messed up cards will bring your heart some serious hurt. In this video, I will review the new, interesting, and in some cases wild, playmat designs such as the Inked Gaming Stitched Border Mats, Ultimate Guard Land Series version 2 playmats, and thermo-reactive Chromiaskin playmats, as well as, of course, Ultra Pro and the many Magic the Gathering artists who now can bring work like never before to your door. Wow, and with so many choices, some are better than others, and what's right for me might not be what's best for you, so what to do? I know, let's take a critical look together. Inked playmats have long been one of my personal favorites, and highly rated in the past on this channel. They offer beautiful and vibrant inking on high quality cloth and neoprene mats, all with the ability for you to have the ultimate customization of uploading your own artwork and images, or selecting from a large library of talent. Which is why I was extremely excited to learn they had begun offering stitched playmats, all still fully customizable. Stitching, as you'll remember from previous reviews, is very hard to get right, as you do not want your unsleeved cards or even your sleeved cards catching on the stitch work as you slide them on and off the mat, which is how most of us pick up our cards off a mat. Unfortunately, while the stitching is very good on the inked mats, it isn't excellent, and I found cards in sleeves still had the potential to catch in some situations. Now, I want to be clear that this isn't an issue of catching every time, far from it. But if the pressure on your card is just right, or you try and slide the card up on a section of the stitch that has an imperfection, the sharp corner of your sleeve will penetrate and push into the border, potentially bending, which is undesirable for many reasons, least of all that you now technically have a marked card in terms of tournament play. Also, what did I mean by imperfection in the stitch? I found that on the samples I bought, the stitching had several imperfections. These are both visually displeasing and the more likely spots for cards to catch. Still, I would like to stress that these do not catch every time. As you can see here, I'm sliding my card, both sleeved and unsleeved at a fast rate, and I'm not catching. But as I have also found, the potential is indeed there. As always, the advantages of stitched border is mainly the prevention of fraying, which most cloth and neoprene mats are prone to experience after approximately 6 months to a year, depending on care and usage. But the inked stitch border are still not close to the excellence of stitched gamer mat brand mats. Price for the stitching is $5 on top of the $26.99 that a custom mat costs, for a total of $31.99 for a custom mat with stitching. Buying an artist mat with stitching just means adding $5 onto the original price, which can be below $31 depending on artist. While inked playmats remain a solid, enthusiastic A, I fear their stitched option only garners a B. They're still very good, but not excellent. Ultimate Guard has taken their classic Land Series mats and redesigned for a series of islands, plains, swamps, forests, and mountains to adorn your play space. Older viewers will remember that I was quite a fan of both the art and quality of the original iteration, and I am pleased to say that quality remains top, and the new artwork is, quite frankly, just stunning. These playmats are soft, cushioned, and made from natural rubber, yet still only 2 millimeters thick, ultimately making for a playmat that creates an incredible surface during gameplay. And of course, these are machine washable. With now years of testing comparing the Ultimate Guard formula to others, I can confidently confirm the extreme long lasting as well as durability. At 61 by 35 and a price of only about $17 US, the Lands mats by Ultimate Guard are excellent in both form and function, and this iteration, like the first, is a solid A. Now, Ultimate Guard isn't the only one with new illustrations on a classic quality item, as Ultra Pro has seemingly gone full force into working with Magic the Gathering artists to offer players artworks like never before. What I've especially liked about this new relationship with artists is that it allows them to now sell fan favorite works, not just this set's rendition of the same 5 mythics. And hey, don't get me wrong, being able to collect the same 5 planeswalkers with each new set is pretty cool. You got Jace in a new overcoat and Vraska in a new hat, but it's not quite as cool to me as being able to get a playmat of Underground Sea by Rob Alexander. Or whoever your favorite artist is. Dan Scott for a Ponder playmat. There's a huge multitude of options on the OMA website, or just individual artist offers like the wild Kickstarter campaign Seb McKinnon is holding as of the filming of this video. It's like options for MTG artwork are just exploding these days. Take that Seb McKinnon Kickstarter, in which he literally lets fans vote on which artwork they wanted on Ultra Pro quality mats and is delivering to your door. For this Kickstarter, Seb has worked with viewer requests not only for fan favorite artworks, but also minimal and unobtrusive logos of Ultra Pro. Which, hey, kudos to you, Ultra Pro, for allowing this and recognizing that we maybe aren't keen on the logo and giving it a rest, or at least dialing it down a notch. And hey, just look at my Kumbajai, my favorite unpronounceable witches of Pauper and old school fame. Beautiful, stunning artwork like this would never be mass marketed to local game stores, but I was able to get it through Seb's first Kickstarter. But in terms of the quality of the mat itself, Ultra Pro mats are essentially the standard from which to compare others to. With the classic neoprene rubber back, which provides non-slip grip on your play surface, and a cloth top that as always is machine washable, Ultra Pro playmats are probably the most commonly found in most Magic players' homes. And made in the USA with an average in-store cost of $21, these are the standard by which to judge other mats, and a borderline B+, A- in quality. I'll link to Seb McKinnon's Kickstarter in this video's description, as that is going on right now. But really, if you have a favorite artist or artwork by that artist, go seek them out. Ask Professor Google or check the OMA store, or follow them on Twitter so that when they have a limited time Kickstarter, you can be in the loop. Next, did you ever look at your playmat and think, gee, I wish I could leave temporary marks from my fingers and hands all over it that would then gradually fade away? Well, if so, have I got a playmat for you. The Chromiaskin, also by Ultimate Guard. Using the same thermodynamic technology that made the popular Chromiaskin deck boxes, now you can get a matching heat-sensitive playmat to leave your fingerprints all over. As with the deck boxes, Chromiaskin is heat-sensitive material that changes colors in response to the warmth of a hand touching it. And I suppose a foot too, but please keep your socks and shoes on at your LGS, and if you can't do that, at least keep them off the table. As before, ensure you have warm hands and that the room you are in is sufficiently cool. Then watch your marks stay and gradually fade away in a few seconds. Look, let's be honest, this sort of thing is purely a gimmick, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it might be something that you find enjoyable, in which case, great, or it's something that just isn't for you and you are disinterested in. Also valid. But there are some notes I have on the actual quality and function of this as a playmat. The mats themselves have trouble lying flat, and that's largely due to the surface, I feel. In fact, even after keeping this mat you see here on screen under some heavy items for a week, it's still curling up when I turn it over, and even if I were to manage to get it to lay flat, rolling it up in a tube, bringing it down to my local game store, taking it out again is going to have it right back where we started. It's not cloth, remember? And the fact that it's not cloth also affects the feel of your cards on the mat and the slide on and off. Thinking purely in terms of function, I prefer a cloth top for the best treatment of my cards or sleeves. I'm not a fan of the feel here. Also, the Thermoskin is very temperature dependent. In a less cool room, you'll get less than stunning results. But I may just be in that camp of not impressed with Thermoskin gimmicks. And on a playmat, I strongly prefer the performance of cloth. In the end, though, it comes down to you. Do you want a heat-sensitive exterior that momentarily changes colors where it would was touched, then this is the product for you. Just want an excellent playmat? Maybe look into the Lands mat instead. Or if artwork is your thing, then get your favorite artwork on an inked playmat, although you might not want to splurge on the stitching. But if splurging on that artwork is what you desire, look into your favorite artists and see if they have a web store or Kickstarter such as Seb McKinnon's going for original magic art on Ultra Pro playmats. As we've seen here and in my other review videos, there's a wide selection for protection of your collection. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. You can help me out just by remembering to subscribe or leaving a comment, hitting like on the video, especially by sharing with a friend, or possibly going over to patreon.com and becoming a member alum of the channel. But whatever it is and however it is, from me to you, thank you. And this program was made possible thanks to a sponsorship from Card Kingdom, as well as the Patreon support of viewers such as you. So thank you.